You wake up at 5 a.m., have a quick cold shower, make a healthy breakfast, and head to your room to do some study. But you decide I'm only going to watch one video and then I'll start studying. So you load up YouTube and look for the perfect video. You find the perfect video and you watch it. And once it comes to an end, you spot on your suggested a video that looks interesting. So you watch it. Then you see another interesting video and you watch that. And before you know it, you've been watching videos for the past 3 hours and got no work done. We all know that we spend way too much time on our screens, whether it's our phones, laptops, or TVs, and the sad truth is, they're ruining our lives. Devices have infiltrated every aspect of our life, from schools and workspaces, restaurants and social gatherings, and even in the toilet. We're becoming more and more disconnected from the real world. Today I'm going to give you the ultimate guide to help you break free from your addiction. And the last tip I give in this video is a tip I guarantee you've never heard before, so make sure you stick and watch to the end. Chapter 1. The Fear of Missing Out. The average global screen time is almost 7 hours. Multiply that by 7, and that's 49 hours every single week spent on screens. That's a part-time job. When we spend too much time on our screens, we're not engaging with the world around us. That's because there's this underlying fear of missing out. Missing out on things like TV shows, videos, and memes. And that if we aren't up to date on these things, we will feel alienated from society. But that's simply not the case. We don't actually miss out on anything. What we do miss out on is productivity. By decreasing your screen time, you create more real time. You could finally start working out, cook a healthy meal, and read that book that your friend recommended you weeks back. All of these healthy activities start compounding long term, and before you know it, you've built a structured routine. So let me ask you this, is scrolling through Instagram for 5 more minutes really worth it? Chapter 2. Set screen time limits. You need to be honest with yourself and find out how much time you're spending on screens. Thankfully, this step is now easier than ever. For iOS users, simply go to Settings and scroll down until you find Screen Time and click Turn On. For Android users, simply head to the nearest Apple Store and buy an iPhone. Because I don't know how to turn it on, but if that's too expensive, I'll link down in the description a video explaining how to do so. The next step is to set a goal for how much time you're willing to spend on screens each day. A good rule of thumb to begin with is to decrease your screen time by 1 hour each week. For example, it can be 4 hours the first week, 3 hours the next, and so on. You can set app limits, downtime schedules, and even turn your phone to grayscale mode to make it less enticing. Chapter 4. Find alternative activities. This step is the most important step of all, because if you are unable to occupy that extra time that you have on your hands, you will be tempted to go to your device and increase your screen time. You could try going for a relaxing run, or a refreshing swim, or just engage in a hobby that you enjoy. If you really can't figure out what things to do, just simply grab a sheet of paper and write down what habits would the best version of yourself do. For me, these are habits like working out, studying, or meditating. These activities will not only reduce your screen time, but they will make you happier and live a more productive lifestyle. Chapter 5. Keep your devices out of reach. A classic way to build up a habit of doing something is to always keep that thing in front of you. For example, if I would want to drink more water, I would just keep a water bottle in front of me at all times. Because then I would be instinctively tempted to just grab the bottle and start drinking. But if we apply a little bit of reverse psychology and keep things away from us, then we will not be tempted to pick them up and use them. Let's use that same logic with our devices. The best device to apply this tip on is your phone. Keep your phone away from you as much as possible. Put it in your closet, give it to another person, just get it out of your sight. This will force you to occupy your time doing something else, which will reduce your screen time. And that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing. And remember, with hardship comes ease.